this beginner-friendly tutorial, I'm gonna teach you how you can create your own beautiful melodies on the ukulele. But first, I need to make sure that you're not making these two huge mistakes that could potentially sabotage the way that the melodies will turn out. The first mistake that I often see with beginner ukulele players is that they're not practicing their finger independence. Because when you're playing notes, it's so important that the fingers don't interfere with each other. So you should train them individually. The second mistake that I often see with beginner players who are just starting out is that they're only using one finger to play the melodies. Because when you play a melody with multiple notes, you need to use your fingers efficiently. You can't just use your index finger, for example, for every note. If you're making one of these mistakes or both, don't worry, I'm going to give you an exercise that solved it for me because I have been in your position. So the first thing you do is you're going to put your index finger on the 5th fret of the G string. After that, you're going to place your middle finger on the 6th fret, ring finger on the 7th, and pinky on the 8th. You can also do it here, but it's easiest to do it here. Now you're going to lift your index finger up and down for about 5 to 10 seconds, and the other finger should stay down. You're going to do the same for your middle finger, then you're going to do the same for your ring finger. This should feel a little bit awkward, but that's good. It's a sign of growth. And after that, you're going to use your pinky. And what this does, you're constantly sending signals to your fingers like, hey, move. And this will definitely save you so much time relearning stuff in the long run. So that was level 1. Level 2 goes like this. We're going to alternate the fingers now. So instead of moving only one finger up and down, you're going to alternate the index finger and middle finger like this. Also for about 5 to 10 seconds. Then you're going to do the same for your index finger and ring finger. And remember, the rest of the fingers should stay down. And then you're going to alternate the index finger and pinky like that. And finally, you're going to alternate your middle finger and ring finger like this. And not only is this exercise very helpful, but it literally takes 1 to 2 minutes to perform. I definitely recommend you to do this every time before you start playing a melody on the ukulele. Now let's learn how to play the melodies, and we're going to use scales for that. But before we do that, I need you to hit that subscribe button on my channel. I upload daily ukulele content on how you can become a better ukulele player. And in addition to that, I upload my own fingerstyle ukulele arrangements of popular songs. Once you've done that, let's learn some scales on the ukulele. Before we dive into the specifics, it's important to know what scales exactly are. To put it very simple, scales are sequences of notes that sound good together, and they're the framework that helps us create melodies, harmonies, and even solos. Whether you're writing a song or jamming with friends, scales give you the tools to create music that just flows naturally and sounds so pleasing to the ear. There are a lot of scales out there, but the two that I'm going to teach you right now are the most essential for building beautiful ukulele melodies. To make sure that you have full control over playing the notes in these two scales, it's best to assign each finger to a string with your playing hand. I assign my thumb to the G string, my index finger to the C string, my middle finger to the E, and my ring finger to the A. But if you've just started and you just want to learn the scales, you can also just use your thumb. The first scale that we're going to learn is the C major scale, and it goes like this. Open C string, middle finger on the 2nd fret of that string, open E string, index finger on the 1st fret of that string, ring finger on the 3rd fret of that string, open A string, middle finger on the 2nd fret, ring finger on the 3rd fret. And you go back like this. 3rd fret A string, 2nd fret A string, open A string, ring finger on the 3rd fret of the E, index finger on the 1st fret of the E, open E string, middle finger on the 2nd fret of the C string, open C. Once you got these notes, you can create a melody like this. The second scale that you're going to learn is the famous G major scale. So the first thing you do is you're going to place your index finger on the 7th fret of the C string and your ring finger on the 9th fret of the C string. Then it's index finger on the 7th, middle finger on the 8th, pinky on the 10th. Then it's going to be index finger on the 7th of the A string, ring on the 9th of the A string, and your pinky on the 10th of the A string. And going back, it goes 10 on A string, 9 on A string, 7 on A string, 10 on E string, 8 on E string, 7 on E string, ring finger 9th on C string, 7th on C string. Once you got that down, you can make a melody like this. The final step is to play these melodies on a backing track or a chord progression. And for that, you and I are going to play together. I'm going to play 2 progressions, one in the C major scale and one in the G major scale. And I challenge you to play the notes through them that you've just learned. Try to add some accents, try to experiment with the rhythm or skip some notes. It's just fun, just have a go with it. Now let's try the G major scale. This is how to make the most beautiful melodies on the ukulele. I hope you liked this video and hope to see you soon in the next video.